So one of the most common areas that I find players are hitting unenforced errors, easy tins from, is when the ball is moving slowly up in this high backhand area. It can quite often occur from a byproduct of a rally where the ball's going into the backhand corner, for example, and you play a good length, one player plays a good length, it goes into the back, it's difficult to get out, and that recovery shot kind of comes out, but it's easy, and it's away from the sideball, and it's not got very much pace on it, and the ball is kind of dropping down. And there's certain things about that shot, or about executing a shot from here, which make it really difficult. One of them is that normally it's coming from quite a pace change. So if you're hitting drives to the back, and then suddenly one comes out slow, it's probably moving a lot slower than the previous drives, and that requires a bit of a shift in sense of timing of the ball. So that can cause people to rush and get too close and hit errors. The other thing is that because the ball has no pace on it, when it's coming through like this, it means that when we play short, if we want to go for a volley drop or even a drive to the back, we have to make sure that we go through the ball in the right way. Yeah? And the way to do that is not rushing the swing and not trying to go too fast and too short with it. So what I see is a lot of this in this area where this easy dropping ball is here. You know, the player's in what feels like a very optimized position, and the opponent is behind them back there, stuck in that back part of the court. And really all that's required is to put the ball up on the front wall and either make that player run and go get it, which is the best way to think about it, or to just actually play such a good short ball that it's the end of the rally. But the way to think about it is not, I'm going to win the rally. This is part of the problem in this area, is that if I'm thinking I'm going to win the rally here, you know, and I try and go for it too much, that's very likely the outcome that's going to happen. So just returning to that scenario, I've played a rally, I've put some pressure on, I've buried my opponent at the back of the court, and they've given me this kind of easy ball, this ball that's away from the side ball, it's up kind of in this area, and it's sort of dropping down to me. I need to be able to execute the right kind of short ball from there. Yeah? And the kind of short ball that is something which just moves into the front with a high margin on the front wall. So probably this kind of margin above the 10, maybe even more. And I'm able to do that to leave the ball tight and short and get this person to run all the way around me, go up into that corner, recover that shot possibly, and then I can get on the next one and put more pressure on. So the shot I'm talking about essentially is this slower, controlled swing on the volley drop. And this ability to have that consistency of swing and that lack of rush is partly what makes the shot successful. That last one not being successful. But what I would advise in here is learning how to integrate your breathing into the shot. And the way that I would suggest is that when I feed the ball up, I'm going to breathe in, and when I swing my racket through, I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to keep that breathing very smooth on the way in during the feed, and very smooth on the way out during the follow through. Okay, so it would look like this. And that smooth out breath really has a huge impact on the speed in which the racket head goes through. What it's partly doing is it's giving our sensory part of our brain and our subconscious brain a clear message to do the whole thing smoothly, and that it's not stressful. Because I'm breathing smoothly, that's helping to send a message that this is not stressful. If I hold my breath, or I clench my jaw, or I tense my body in any of those scenarios up here under pressure in a match, it's very, very likely I'm going to hit an error. So instead what I want to do is, as I said, keep that relaxation through the swing and that smoothness in it, which allows me to get under the ball and just work it into the front corner. So as I said, it's not about this winning the rally. It's about the fact that I have control, got this easy ball, my opponent is trapped behind me, and I can just move them up to the front. They come in, they recover that short ball. For example, put it across high to my forehand that I can then attack straight into the back corner and essentially make them do much more running.